Up next in the lifestyle section is Places, where we feature our recommended leisure destinations.
For the upcoming feature on Places, it's another wonderful discovery for the foodies among our regular viewers. Watch this. It's a cozy restaurant and it's neat with its black chairs contrasting against light-colored tables. The long line of comfortable black cushioned seat along one wall says much about what comfort means to the restaurant's owners. Meet Miss Panji Lim, one of the co-owners of Paprika, one of the newest additions to the popular restaurants in the Fort area.
So Paprika is a comfort food restaurant, although with a twist. We just opened last August, so we're going on around our, I think, our 6.5 months. The background of the restaurant really is one of those hole-in-the-wall places that you'd commonly find maybe abroad in Europe or in the States. I didn't want something too big, I wanted something cozy. So all around, it's an overall feeling of comfort, I guess, with the food and then the place also there.
Like the other co-owners of Paprika, Panji is young and vibrant, full of ideas and energetic. And as you can imagine, Paprika has the yuppies in mind when they put up this restaurant. But what is surprising is that whole families come here to dine and see what this new restaurant has to offer.
I wanted to put up a restaurant. I really wanted to start with the basics. I wanted to pull it back into the basics. That's why I did comfort food. But what I think we do well here is we are able to put great twists to comfort food without too much altering how it's supposed to taste. And I think also because comfort food is an encompassing concept, we are able to play around with a lot of different types of cuisine. So we have some that are a little bit Persian inspired, a little bit American inspired, a little bit German, Chinese inspired. So I think we're able to deliver to the guests a good array of options when it comes to comfort food, and obviously also Filipino comfort food.
Though the area is not too big, this restaurant can actually seat 45 comfortably without feeling cramped. The whole idea is comfort, and when we talk of comfort, you talk of the whole experience.
I have to be honest, when you say comfort food, it's really the kind of food that you want to eat when you're sick or you're feeling sad or it's raining. So they're really supposed to be hearty and really heartwarming food. In terms of being healthy, maybe this is really not the place that you come to for that. You come here when you're feeling down and you really need a good meal to pick you up. And that's usually just really good tasting, huge serving kind of food. We also wanted to make guests feel that Paprika is somewhere you can go to and it doesn't have to hurt the bank so much. So the price range of our food is around 185 to 350 pesos on average. So it's a place that you feel like you can come back to all the time, not just when it's payday, I guess, so to speak. So we wanted for our guests to feel like they could be regulars here.
At the far end is the bar, a beehive of activity when yuppies troop to this watering hole come restaurant.
So aside from being a comfort food restaurant, Paprika is also a cocktail bar. So we serve you your usual beers and liquors, but we also have come up with a list of specialty cocktails that we offer our guests. We had a mixologist come up with new drinks that are all both fruity and some are dessert tasting and some are really just old-fashioned and cocktails that we try to do here also. So in the afternoons we have happy hour, but then sometime towards at night people end up really going here to eat and then drink after.
Paprika's bar is stocked full of whatever you fancy to drink when the sun sets because the owners themselves are young and because they cared enough to have the expert services of a mixologist. Drinks here are in themselves crowd drawers, and they are at popular prices too. But back to the very idea of comfort food, this term has been used over and over again in many restaurants. To each his own idea of what this popular term means. Here at Paprika, Panji Lim tells us what their real concept of comfort food is all about as she lays out the restaurant's 5 best sellers.
So these are some of our best sellers. There are 5 of them that we have for you today. This is called the bacon and onion marmalade bruschetta. It's basically caramelized bacon and onion sitting atop a bed of toasted Gruyere cheese, and then it's on top of melba toast, which is bruschetta. And it's also topped with some alfalfa sprouts and glazed with some balsamic reduction. And the flavor is really tied in well together with the sweet and the salty, and then the bread does a very good touch to it.
The bruschetta is actually a light meal for anyone who doesn't want to stuff herself with some heavy food. But for the hungry pack who come in after a tough time at the office, these are your comfort food.
This is also one of our best sellers called the Paris, which is very true actually to the locally beloved Paris. But what we do is we use roast beef instead of just the usual beef that you'd find.
Pares is a very Filipino concept, but fortunately for many, Paprika takes it to a higher level with its good beef choice.
This one is called the Paprika ribs, and it's sitting atop a bed of mashed potatoes. And this is some coleslaw also on top. We make our own special barbecue rub, so I think that sets it apart from the other ribs that you'd find in any other restaurant.
See the ribs glistening red in spices in a most special rub that can only be found at Paprika's Kitchen.
This one is a crowd favorite though. This is called the bagoong pasta. So this is actually a mixture of cream and bagoong mixed with some spicy chili and some tomatoes. When you first hear about it, I think that you'd find the combination weird, but the cream balances out the bagoong quite well. And then it's topped with deep fried liempo so that you get that whole pork binagoongan taste, but on a pasta.
Let's face it, pasta is always the best seller anywhere. If you can't decide between a pasta or a binagoongan dish, try this bestseller and enjoy the bonus of crispy pork on top.
Lastly, this is called our adobo overload, which is our #1 bestseller. Like what I said a while ago, it's double cooked adobo. It's first braised, so boiled for 3 to 4 hours, and then it's frozen and then deep fried after that. So it gives that extra twist to an adobo, which is a dish that everyone usually has at home and is cooked by Yaya every day. And it's also sitting atop a bed of adobo rice. And if that's not enough adobo for you, we also added a little bit of a glaze of adobo mayonnaise. And then we also serve it with some adobo sauce. But really, people come back for this. They love it.
What's not to love in adobo? And if you come here ravenous for comfort food, this overload will not disappoint. The twice-cooked adobo is flavorful, having been fully braised for several hours before being fried to a nice crisp. The rice too is a big heap, flavored with adobo drippings, so it's best to come in really hungry.
So all of these come very affordable, with the bacon and onion marmalade bruschetta at $165, the Paris at $265, the bagoong at $225, the ribs at $265, and the adobo at $325.
Paprika is open all week from Monday to Sunday.
Mondays through Saturdays, we're open from 11 a.m. till 12 midnight or till late. If there's still guests, we don't close because you can drink here, so maybe it stretches on into water too. And then Sundays, we are open from 11 till 9 p.m.
Or if it's a whole barkada that you want to treat, or it's someone's birthday, or the office is having a private function, you could close the whole place down for yourselves alone.
You can close the place down and have it all to yourself. I think a 45-seater is a perfect venue for a small birthday gathering, or a shower, or a small office or corporate meeting also. So we have a lot of those, and yeah, we're open to that.
The Fort is one big party place with a whole lot of choices. But if you're hankering for good old comfort food with a twist, try out Paprika.
So to all of you watchers out there, I hope you get to have the time to come by to Paprika and try out our comfort food with a lot of really good twists. Also, please follow us at Instagram and Facebook at Paprika PH. Thank you.
Paprika is one of the newest places very popular among the yuppies in the Fort area. And with that, this has been Day capping off places. See you all again next time.